everyone, thanks for joining us for another episode of Gateway Diary. I am Victoria Oniaye. As usual, we're here to keep you updated on the latest political, social and economic developments in Ogun State under the leadership of Governor Dapo Abiodun, with a special focus on the infrastructure projects that are making a difference in people's lives. So here are what we've lined up for you today. First up, 2 landmark road projects among several others will take you on a trip to the Ogun East Senatorial District, where Governor Dapo Abiodun's infrastructure projects have been transforming lives. Next, we'll delve into how the state government's commitment to boosting small and medium-scale enterprises, SMEs, is impacting lives through the SME Clinic, a major project of the Dapo Abiodun administration, alongside other stakeholders, including the federal government. And finally, we'll also look at Governor Dapo Abiodun's efforts in the sports circle, particularly the upgrade of the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abeokuta. We have details of these stories and more in a moment. We begin with our first story. Road infrastructure is crucial for economic integration, and the government of Governor Dapo Abiodun in Ogun State has recognized this. That perhaps explains why he has focused on constructing more township roads across the state. On this episode of Gateway Diary, we'll take you on a trip to Obayarinwale Road in Shagamu area of the state and the Shagamu-Iperu-Ikpara Road, all newly constructed by the state government in the Ogun East Senatorial District. With these constructions, travel time from Ogun State to Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, has greatly reduced, and residents of the area have also been commending the governor.
I, Prince Dapo Abiodun,
When Governor Dapo Abiodun assumed office in 2019, he made a solemn pledge to the good people of Ogun State to deliver services promptly and with excellence, to carry forward the Omo Ogun Ishaya mantra of the state, which is a clarion call to service, and to ensure all-around development of the people and the state's economy. Today, that promise is no mere rhetoric, as Governor Abiodun and his team have been impacting lives and ensuring that the dividends of good governance reach every corner of the state, allowing citizens to experience the impact of the mandate they've freely entrusted to him. One thing you can't miss about the Dapo Abiodun administration in Ogun State is the massive construction of township roads. It's like the governor's signature move, and he is so proud of it. From Ogun Central Senatorial Districts to Ogun East and West, Governor Dapo Abiodun has touched so many communities, opening up their economies and reducing travel time for residents. So, let's take a trip to the Shagamu area of Ogun East Senatorial District, where some landmark projects have been initiated by the state government. Take the Oba-Irinwole dual carriage road for example. This 4-kilometer stretch connects Shagamu with the Ikorodu area of Lagos State. For ages, it was neglected until Governor Abiodun stepped in. Contractors worked tirelessly day and night to complete the construction and dualization of this road, which the governor describes as a lifeline for the economic well-being of the people.
It's a practical demonstration of our administration's wholesome infrastructure development plan towards improving our ease of doing business regardless of which administration began it. Again, we shall complete all inherited projects that our Commonwealth has been invested in and that have economic importance to our people.
Now, when you drive along the Oba-Irinwole road, you'll see firsthand how it has transformed Shagamu into a major industrial hub in Ogun State. And guess what? It's not just benefiting the locals, it's also boosting the state's internally generated revenue and contributing to its rapid growth.
We have other ancillary approaches to corroborate our commitment. These are in forms of policy formulation and programs. In accordance with the vision of this administration, we have created the Public-Private Partnership Office, which is of utmost importance. These have necessitated the implementation of key fiscal and institutional reforms aimed at driving efficiency and promoting transparency and accountability.
Let's shift our focus to the Shagamu-Ikperu Road. This used to be horrible for several years, just left to rot until Governor Dapo Abiodun's government stepped in. Not only is it a crucial link connecting Ikperu town, but it's also often used as an alternative route to the Lagos-Abeokuta-Ibadan Expressway. The reconstruction of this road has totally turned things around. Instead of hearing cries and complaints, now it's all about stories of joy and accomplishment. The people are really grateful to the state government for making it happen.
We've been planning this road for quite some years now, because since I started driving in this area, I noticed that there's some potholes on the roads, then erosion problems. Now, when the governor have now rehabilitated the road, we can see the impact on our driving, because before we used to spend 60 minutes while driving on the road, but now we can spend maybe 30 minutes or 45 or 35 minutes while driving.
I thank our governor for this our road, because before this our road, especially this place that we are, there's the water that is disturbing us, and it's armed robbers sometimes around 8-9 armed robbers will across people here, so there's a damage, serious damage, especially this where we are, especially this place, there's a serious damage because of the water. Water is always passing all this place, spoiling the road, but now everything's alright right now.
Don't get it wrong. This stunning road is right here in Ogun State and another legacy project of the Dapo Abiodun administration. It is the Ekpe-Ijebu-Ode Road, connecting Ijebu-Ode town to Ekpe in Lagos. It is yet another first for Governor Dapo Abiodun, because it is the very first time any government has taken on such a massive construction project, creating a 10-lane dual carriageway stretching more than 14 kilometers. Now, that's what you call keeping a promise. Even though the road was in a sorry state before Governor Dapo Abiodun started the reconstruction, it has now become a vital alternative route for travelers heading to the eastern part of the country from Lagos. It is also a faster route for travelers from Ijebu-Ode and nearby communities who are headed to Lagos Island. Talk about a monumental success and a real testament to serving the people well. You may have just hit the nail on the head. Let's talk about another big win for Governor Dapo Abiodun's government. Right here in Ogun East Senatorial District, the Agoiwoye Road used to be a real headache for drivers and commuters traveling along the Ikenne-Ileshan-Agoiwoye route, passing through 3 local government, namely Ikenne, Odogbolu and Ijebu North. For several years, construction on this important road was left hanging until Governor Dapo Abiodun stepped in to save the day. Now, residents of these communities, many of whom are farmers, can breathe a sigh of relief. No more losing their precious farm produce when their vehicle breaks down on the way to the market, as they can easily get there in no time at all. It's a game changer for the people and the state at large.
But many times you dream of a project. Dreaming and conceiving is one thing. Implementing is another thing. Implementing it and being given the grace to commission it is a totally different thing. And that requires the grace of God. And I am thanking God Almighty for giving me the grace to be standing here alongside with all of you to commission this lovely project today.
Governor Dapo Abiodun is not just making promises, he's actually delivering on them. He is showing that he means business when it comes to fulfilling his campaign pledges and taking Ogun State to new heights, making it stand out among all other states as the true gateway to Nigeria.
Moving on to our next story, Governor Dapo Abiodun insists that his government remains committed to the economic development of Ogun State. And one strategy he is adopting is to encourage and empower small and medium-scale enterprises in the state to thrive. This commitment has given birth to what is now known as the MSMEs Clinic, a partnership project with the federal government. Through these initiatives, Governor Abiodun is cementing his name in the books as a leader who truly prioritizes human capital development above other things.
Small-scale businesses often hailed as the backbone of any thriving economy. That's because they play a pivotal role in shaping communities, fostering economic growth, and driving job creation. In recent times, challenges like rising inflation, persistent poverty, and escalating operational costs have posed significant hurdles for small-scale businesses to thrive in Nigeria, including in Ogun State. However, Governor Dapo Abiodun understood clearly the importance of small and medium-scale enterprises, particularly in fueling industrialization and job creation. This propelled him and his team to embark on a mission to bolster these enterprises by collaborating with relevant stakeholders to create an enabling environment for SMEs to thrive.
Our primary objective has always been to foster employment opportunities, particularly for our team in youth. Today's event perfectly aligns with our ongoing efforts to support our entrepreneurs, facilitate business mobilization, and enhance their access to government and financial institutions at favorable interest loans. Achievements in the SME subsector are testament to the visionary policies, interventions, and programs that we have implemented by prioritizing investor incentives such as land rebates, improved infrastructure, and enhanced security measures, which have culminated into a conducive environment for industrial growth.
One of the flagship initiatives born out of this commitment is the SMSE Clinic, a groundbreaking platform where participants stand the chance to engage with regulatory bodies such as NAFDAC and the Standards Organization of Nigeria for professional advice, with an opportunity of getting grants to support their businesses. Vice President Kashim Shettima is here to flag off the scheme, and he says it is not just about giving financial support, rather it's a lifeline for enterprises across the state and a vital bridge connecting the aspirations of the people with the proactive initiatives of the government.
Small businesses are now afforded a singular platform where they can present their business-related challenges, where they can seek the timely intervention of regulatory agencies. We are doing this to eliminate the arduous task of navigating from one agency to another in your journey to build, hopefully, the next unicorn out of Africa. The clinics we are restructuring are going to serve as lifelines for our enterprises. Beyond offering instant financial grants and support to exhibitors, they provide small businesses with a rare opportunity, the ability to register on the spot with the Corporate Affairs Commission CSE and secure their certificates within a swift 24 hours.
Their Dire-Shed facility at Asheru, Abeokuta, is also wearing a new look, and the traders here are obviously excited to receive the Vice President and the host governor.
It's providing 1 billion naira grant for micro and small businesses in Ogun State. It's a program that started about 2 years ago, where His Excellency has approved 100,000 naira and 350,000 naira grant, depending on your category. And I can tell you, last year we disbursed about 125 million to over 1,000 beneficiaries. We're doing another almost 3,000, which will bring the total to about over 400 million.
But the SMEs Clinic is just the tip of the iceberg. Beneficiaries of the MSME scheme of the state government also stand the chance to receive grants ranging from 100,000 naira to 150,000 naira, along with a year of rent-free operations. The Deputy Governor of Ogun State believes this will go a long way to change the narrative of the state's business sector.
As an administration, we have a blueprint that defines our social contract with the good people of Ogun State, with our roadmap encapsulated in our Building Our Future Together agenda. Today's event marks yet another milestone in our administration's commitment to supporting the growth and development of the economic backbone of our state, our medium, small, and micro enterprises.
Governor Dapo Abiodun's vision for small and medium enterprises extends far beyond financial aid. He has also spearheaded the establishment of a 1,000-hectare industrial hub equipped with essential amenities, robust infrastructure, reliable power supply, and more. He is obviously a man with a vision and the zeal to activate such vision.
We have leveraged technology to streamline business processes and enhance the ease of doing business in our state, making us the best state in Nigeria in the Ease of Doing Business Index. The implementation of various reforms, mostly rooted in advanced technology on planning and administration platform, has revolutionized permit requests, tax administration, land allocation, and payment procedures, ensuring efficiency, effectiveness, and transparency in all economic activities across all sectors.
The governor's promise is reassuring to owners of small and medium-scale businesses in Ogun State, and they believe that these initiatives have rekindled their faith in the leadership of Governor Dapo Abiodun in the state.
This is our second time, our second edition of witnessing this. The first edition, a number of our members benefited immensely and they were very grateful. They said we should say a big thank you to the state government and particularly to our governor. This time again, we are also witnessing another edition, and it gladdens our hearts.
Looking at the big ones, His Excellency understands their impact, and he knows even the big one can help, the big businesses can help the small scale industries, giving them land to go backward integration, connecting them, people who are manufacturing to small producers, smallholder farmers who can produce. That connection has been there. His Excellency has created an enabling environment.
Indeed, the SMEs clinic symbolizes not just financial assistance, but a bold statement of intent and a testament to Governor Dapo Abiodun's dedication to the well-being of the people and the economic upliftment of Ogun State as a whole.
Just before we wrap up the program, let's turn our attention to another sector of the state's economy, and that is youth and sports development. This has been one of Governor Dapo Abiodun's priorities since he assumed office. Today, one of the iconic sports facilities in the state, the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abeokuta, is now sporting a new look after the governor ordered its upgrade.
The measure of a true remarkable leader isn't about erasing the past, but about crafting a new chapter filled with excellence and progress. And speaking of great leaders, Governor Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State is a shining example. He's not just turning the page of history, he's rewriting them with a pen dipped in excellence and progress across every corner of the state. Now, let's tell you how he's doing this. We'll narrow it down to a sector where you least expect, shining our spotlight on sports, specifically the iconic MKO Abiola Stadium in Abeokuta. Built over 2 decades ago and named after the winner of the June 12 presidential election, Chief Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola, the MKO Abiola Stadium has been home to state-owned and private football clubs, including Gateway Football Club, Julius Berger, and Abiola Babes International Football Club. Before 2019, the stadium was a mere shadow of its former self. Its seating arena and other facilities were in terrible shape, and the stadium merely served as a pub at night, hastily cleaned up for special events or state functions. But the story changed after Governor Dapo Abiodun and his team identified the need to give 10,000 capacity stadium a facelift. They swung into action, redesigning the seating arena, the popular side, and the VIP corner, so much so that the glory of the MKO Abiola Stadium has gradually returned, all thanks to the forward-thinking leadership of Governor Dapo Abiodun.
It's a good development that we are seeing once upon a time glorified international stadium being innovated, by the current administration under Governor Dapo Abiodun. For President Dapo Abiodun to have deemed it fit to renovate this stadium, it gives many of us hope that life is actually, gradually coming back to the stadium.
The seats at the popular side have all been replaced with stronger and more beautiful ones. The VIP corner redecorated, the track and the field now look different and strong enough to host world-class events. The entire facility is not just covered up, shielding spectators from the scorching sun and the rain. It is also beautifully painted to add aesthetic value to the city center. And this success is just the beginning. Governor Dapo Abiodun plans to replicate this achievement at the other two stadiums in Ijebu-Ode and Ilaro, showing his government's dedication to upgrading these facilities and making them even more appealing. This success story at the MKO Abiola Stadium is proof that leadership is not about tearing down what came before, but about building upon it with wisdom and innovation.
And that's the show for today, everyone. Thank you so much for spending your time with us, and I hope you enjoyed every bit of it as much as I did. Join us next time for another interesting package. Until then, I am Victoria.